shepherd is the Lord, nothing indeed shall I want. My shepherd is the Lord, there is nothing I shall want. Fresh and green are the pastures where he gives me repose. Near restful waters he leads me to revive my drooping spirit. My shepherd is the Lord, nothing indeed shall I want. He guides me along the right path, he is true to his name. If I should walk in the valley of darkness, no evil would I fear. You are there with your crook and your staff. With these you give me comfort. My shepherd is the Lord, nothing indeed shall I want.
I really miss seeing all of you here at Holy Name Cathedral. All I can say is we need to hang tough, one day at a time. God is with us. God is with us. We will again be gathered here within the cathedral around the table of the Lord. Despite the COVID-19 that we're all battling into the month of May, we need a few laughs, a little humor, some one-liners. I think the three hardest things to say are, I was wrong, you were right, and Worcestershire sauce. I can't even say it. Husband says, I told my wife I wanted to be cremated, so she made an appointment for me for this Monday. Special thanks again to Mark Teresi and David Jonas for their beautiful, beautiful music at the start, at the conclusion. Mark, you sing so beautifully, and David, a great, great organ and piano player. And special thanks again to our producer, Father Mark Smolka, who's found a gift in being a videographer, producer, production editor. So to Father Mark, thank you very much. One stormy night at sea, the ship's captain saw what looked like ahead the lights of another ship heading right toward him. He immediately had a signalman blink in Morse code to the oncoming ship, change your course 10 degrees south. The reply came back in Morse code, change your course 10 degrees north. The captain responded, I am a captain. Change your course south. To which the reply came, I'm a seaman first class. Change your course north. The angry captain signaled back, I said, change your course south. I'm standing on a battleship. To which came the reply, and I say, change your course north. I am standing in a lighthouse. We sometimes get caught up with our own title and position. Sometimes we get so caught up in our own blindness and darkness that we don't see the light in front of us or around us. Sometimes we only see what we want to see. We may sometimes dismiss what Jesus says as too unrealistic or simplistic to deal with the complexity of our problems we call life. But as such simple values like loving one another, forgiving ourselves or each other, compassion, mercy, and justice, in which we will discover the light that will guide us through our own blindness and darkness. To have life to the full, demands that we journey by the way of Jesus Christ, especially during these dark and difficult days through COVID-19. Again, we can get so caught up in our own darkness and blindness, in our own problems, that we only see what we want to see. We forget the Lord's invitation in today's gospel. I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. A true story from my own life. As a very little boy, I always liked water, but only shallow water. I was afraid of deep water until I learned how to swim back in the 2nd grade. Until then, I would always stay in the shallow side of the pool, afraid to venture into deep water. My friends would try to convince me to go into deep water, saying it was okay. But I always stayed in the shallow side of the pool, comfortable and feeling in control. Unfortunately, some people spend their entire life in the shallow side of the pool called life, afraid to risk, afraid to love, afraid to forgive themselves or others, afraid to venture into deep water, afraid to trust God or themselves, afraid of relationships, always trying to be in control, especially regarding closeness, and afraid of revealing feelings that may lead to rejection or failure. Sometimes we get so busy with a lot of tasks as a way not to confront the deep waters called life. Too busy, much too blind, really not seeing. But today's gospel, the Lord Jesus says, I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. You know, I talk about the word seeing. There's 3 ways of seeing. The first way of seeing, physical eyesight, if you're blessed with the gift of eyesight, to see each other, to see me, to look in the mirror and see yourself, look around your own home or apartment right now, look at children, family. So the first way of seeing, if we're blessed with eyesight, physical seeing. Second way of seeing, the eye of the mind. For example, a scientist, mathematics, it's almost having that aha moment where it all of a sudden connects. So to see physically, second way of seeing, the eye of the mind. But the most profound way of seeing is the eye of the soul, through eyes of faith. To be able to trust God, to trust life. And faith means connecting the mystery of God with our lives. It's a surrender, it's a trust, a letting go. Physical eyesight, eye of the mind, and the eye of the soul. And the eye of the soul is where we let go to trust God, to venture into that deep water. You know, for all of us, life is very hard and confusing, and especially now, since stay at home since around March 15th, with another month to go. We may ask God, how much longer? How much longer? I'm getting tired. I'm getting angry. I'm getting stressed. I'm getting depressed. The feelings go on and on. But if you are hurting, seek out someone to talk to by cell phone. Call a parent, a priest, a deacon, a sister, a teacher, a counselor, a friend. You know, to keep it in, that anger can build up. That anger can build up and it can own you. To be able to talk to someone. I realize you can't go face to face right now, but to talk via landline, cell phone, whatever. I was ordained to the priesthood 41 years ago on May 9th, 1979. I thank God every day for his gift of priesthood and the gift of each and every one of you, which I so miss here at the cathedral and miss my family and my friends. Over the 41 years, there's been tremendous joy. There have also been very hard, tough times. But I've learned a great deal over these 41 years with the gift of priesthood. I would like to share 4 with you. Number 1, treat everyone with dignity, respect, a forgiving heart, compassion, and love. Try to see life through their eyes. Don't be blind only through your own. Number 2, keep a sense of humor. This is true. It takes 14 muscles to smile and 72 muscles to frown. So you have to work harder at frowning than smiling. And give someone a smile. It costs nothing. A gift of yourself to somebody else. Number 3, commitment is hard work. But rooted in the Lord, things have a way of working out. But a well-made choice is no guarantee against hard times. When we make a commitment, there's the joy, but a commitment means hard work and trust in God and pray to God. It's perhaps only in such times that we hear the invitation to enter into the emptiness which God alone can fill. And finally, we don't bring God to others. That's putting ourselves on very high pedestals. Rather, God is already present in each one of us. And what we do as Christians is to call forth, to bring forth, to bring out the God who is already present within each one of us by the way we live. St. Francis once said, at all times, be loving, and maybe sometimes use words. There's only one thing worse than being wrong. It's being without God. God can be trusted, and he is persistent, present, and God runs after us. He's always at the doorstep of our heart, waiting with open arms. We are the ones who doubt, who hesitate, who put God on hold, or stay in the shallow side of the pool, or we choose to live in darkness or blindness. Please continue praying for all essential workers, especially first responders and healthcare workers, who courageously get up every day and return back to the front lines. And some have already lost their lives. They are our heroes. And we offer our prayers for all who've contracted COVID-19 and share our deepest sympathy with those who have lost a loved one or loved ones. Our prayers are with you. And I leave you with this final thought. I shall pass this world but once. Any good that I can do, or any kindness that I can show to any human being, let me do it now. Let me not defer it, for I shall not pass this way again. May God bless all of you. Hang tough. Never give up. God is with us always.
Like a shepherd he feeds his flock and gathers the lambs in his arms, holding them carefully close to his heart, leading them home. I myself will shepherd them, for others have led them astray. The lost I will rescue and heal their wounds, and pasture them, giving them rest. Like a shepherd he feeds his flock and gathers the lambs in his arms.